Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dairy Raid. And with the Badgers players reporting to Platteville this week for the start of fall camp, we can say that officially the 25 season has begun. And with that, year three, season three, if you will, of the Dairy Raid, a year of transition as the Badgers offense moves away from the air raid to the pro style, NFL style Jeff Grimes offense, which is going to mean we have a lot to look forward to in terms of new plays, new systems, new strategies, and really helping the Dairy Raid get back to the real core of what I wanted to bring, which is to teach you fans about the X's and O's on the football field to enhance your viewing experience. And with the transition away from the air raid, I'm going to continue growing the focus of this channel to include more defense, more of the overall team strategy, but getting closer and more focused on the original goal, and that is the X's and O's. So, of course, I'm still going to be coming with news and opinions and all that good stuff, but I got to say, there are so many more people out there in the Badger content space that can give you a more journalistic approach to Wisconsin football. I am just a football coach, so I'm going to stay in my niche. I'm going to stay in my lane, and that's what we're going to be working on. So what can we expect for this 2025 season? I'm going to really do my best to be more consistent this year. Last year, obviously, we had the late season basically breakdown where as the team got deeper into their slump and the negativity around the program got worse and worse, so did my enthusiasm for doing the Dairy Raid. But with a new season, a new scheme, comes new ambition and new positivity, and that's what we're going to be focusing on. So how I want to present that to you, the viewer, the reader, the consumer of the Dairy Raid content, is first and foremost, this channel is going to continue to focus on breaking down the game film and actually showing you what's happening on the field. So you're not just trusting the eyes that show you what you want to see on the broadcast. I want to show you what's actually going on behind the plays, and we're going to do that by first on YouTube giving you the key plays of every game, both offensively and defensively, broken down in a quick format that will allow you to understand what you're seeing without bogging down in the minutia, bogging down in the constant rewind, fast forward that sometimes my videos get. So I'm going to try to make an offense and a defensive video every week, breaking down the key plays of each game. I also want to get better at actually writing again. So we're hopefully going to be seeing the return of the good, the bad, and the ugly breakdown after each game, which will be on Substack and will include my thoughts on what happened in the game, and then a key play that made or broke the game for the Badgers as well. I want to get back to doing some more writing. Obviously, I'm not a writer, and sometimes it's hard to be creative when it comes to that. But we're just going to tell it how we see it and put it down on paper and actually start driving some more people towards the Substack. Which brings me to the next part that we're going to be adding to the schedule this year, so to speak, is I will be working on full game breakdowns, both offensively and defensively, which I will be uploading to my Substack at a reasonable rate. TBD. I'm going to try to get it as low as I can get it where it makes sense. But what we'll do is after I've uploaded the key plays breakdown to YouTube, we'll sit down and from start to finish, we'll go play by play in as much detail as the plays will necessitate. And for the real football nerds and the ones who want to get real deep with this film, you're going to have that opportunity where we're going to break it down play by play together. And then on top of that, we're going to continue with our morning walk and talks. We're going to continue working on in focus projects, working on smaller aspects of the game, key aspects of the game, and how this Badgers team is growing or where there is lack of growth. And we'll go from there. I want to try to become more consistent this year, but more importantly, I want to stay motivated and I want to stay stimulated by the work and by diversifying a little bit, but keeping my focus where my niche is. I'm hoping to keep that enthusiasm up all season. And with that, I have goals for the 2025 season if we want to look at the bigger picture. And I want to grow with the new systems. And what I mean by that is for the last 2 seasons with the air raid at Wisconsin, I really focused on stuff that I already knew. And I am a football coach. I'm doing this this is my 23rd season. And everything I'm going to be seeing on the field this year with the Badgers offense and defense, I've seen before. But I'm going to be seeing it through a new set of eyes. I'm going to be seeing this through coaches that I don't necessarily have a grasp on where their head's at when it comes to these plays and these systems. So as the season goes, I want to grow with the offense and the defense, grow with the system. And as I get more comfortable learning about what is actually going on in the field, we'll be able to dig deeper and deeper into that scheme. And, that's where I want to go to is basically tell the story of the systems as it unfolds, and for good or for bad. And to get to a point where I understand the thought process behind the systems, but then also bring you guys along for the ride so you can understand what's going on the football field, so your football opinions can have a little bit more informed knowledge behind them. And by doing so, I'm going to be myself. I'm a football coach, and I have been accused at times of being too positive, always having excuses, always having answers for every solution. And that is because that's part of the job. You're always trying to see behind the result. You're always trying to see what caused a play to break down and figuring out a solution. You can find what's wrong and you can find what's right. So whether that's being seen as being too positive, if you ask my players, me and positivity usually do not go together. So I actually do find it a bit hilarious that people find me too positive when it comes to Wisconsin football. But I'm going to tell you how it is, and if I can see the forest through the trees and I can see the solutions, it may not be what you want to hear, but it's what's on the football field, and the tape don't lie, and that's where we're going to put it. And so to get started with the 2025 season, we got to do a preview, right? We got to preview the team, and I've struggled a bit figuring out how I'm going to do it because, again, if you go on Twitter, there's dozens of way more qualified Badger content creators who are already putting up their position by position breakdowns. And if you want to know, really dig down on who's going to win the number 4 wide receiver job and who's going to be the backup right guard, and digging into the punditry of a preview, that there are people who are way more qualified, who are more eloquent speakers, have better access, who can give you that information. what can I do? Well, we're getting back to the beginning where we're going to talk about the X's and O's. So what I have done over the last few weeks is I have found 10 plays, 10 schemes, whatever you want to call it, that I believe can help the Badgers offense, defense, special teams grow through to the 2025 season. So we're going to take those plays, we're going to put them on paper, and we're going to break them down. So when you see them on the field with the Badgers here in a few weeks, you can put your head in the mind of the play caller or the players on the field there and anticipate what's happening next, why they're doing what they're doing there, and how they're going to build going forward. So we're going to preview the offense, defense, and special teams through the actual scheme, and we're going to build up from there. So when we get into week 1, you're going to already recognize plays on the field, even though you've never actually seen these plays run on the field. And we're going to go from there. Obviously, I'm going to also try to do some walk and talks and talk about some of the key headlines coming out of fall camp. But again, I'm sitting here thousands of miles away from Platteville, and what information like that you're going to get from me, you're getting secondhand of secondhand. So, like I said at the top of this video, we're going to stick to our lane. We're going to dig deeper into our niche, and we're going to get back to the core. That is the dairy rate, and that is the X's and O's. That is the film. That is the players on the field, and how this game is going to grow, and how these new systems are going to grow in Madison. So I'm really looking forward to the 2025 season, and I'm hoping that you guys will come along on the ride with me and maybe get some positive outcomes this season in comparison to the last 2 years, right? Okay, so that'll be it for this little preview of the preview video. Next time you see something up on the dairy rate, it'll be the first play of the day video where we're going to be talking about the most key play of the Badgers offense, but how the coaches are adding enough wrinkles to it that even though everybody in the world knows that the play is coming, you're forcing the defenses to be honest and play assignment football. So we'll get to that next time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of you who have stuck around to this point and are excited about season 3 just like me. And let's hope it's a good one here for the Badgers. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.